Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. On page 279, we'll start with verse number 36. Devi Uvacha Radaham Suragana Paramyan Manasechata Tamprinutvam Rakachami Jagatamu Pakarikam Deva Uchu Sarva Baba Prashamadam Trilokyas Akileshwari Evam Eva Tayakayam Asmadui Ridi Nasanam Devi Uvacha Vaivasvate Antare Prapte Ashtadim Satime Yuge Shumbo Nishumbaschaivanya Bhuspatyatsvete Makasuro Nadagopa Vihe Japa Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatasto Nashakishami Vidyatala Nipasini Punaratyati Rodrena Rupena Pridvitale Avatirya Kanishyami Poitrichitamstu Dhanavad Bhakshayat Yascha Kanugran Poiprachitan Mahasuran Rakadanta Bhavishanti Tarini Kusumopaman Tatoman Devatas Varde Marchaloke Chamanava Suvatopya Varishanti Satatan Raptadantikam Uyascha Shatavarhityam Anaprishnayam Anadasi Muni Devi Sansita Bhumo Sambhavishyam Yayojana Tatrahasudena Dekaram Nirikshishyami Yanmunim Kirtayishyami Manaja Satakshi Miti Mamtatam Tatoamakilam Lokam Atmade Hasmupavoy Parishyami Surasakir Avrishte Pranakarate Sakambara Kiti Patyam Itin Tada Yapyam Yaham Vivo Intatriva Chapadishyami Durgamatyam Mahastaram Durga Deviti Vikatam Taninam Apadisati Punasyaham Yadaviman Rupam Ripati Matsale Rakshamsi Paksakishyami Muninam Pranakarunat Tadama Munajasare Stoshnatyanam Ramurtakam Bima Devi Divikatam Taninam Apavisati Yadarunatyaskri Loke Mahabhadam Karishati Tadaham Brahmarubam Pripasaki Yashakpadam Trilokyasya Vitardaya Padishyami Makasturam Brahmariti Chamalokas Tadastoshyanti Sarvataha Itam Yada Yadavada Dharmota Krishyate Tada Tiryaham Karishyam Riksham Sayam Om. So we're returning to page 279 with verse 36, and after we sang that beautiful hymn of praise, Narayani Namostute, and we bow to her, Narayani, to the exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. In every form, we bow to you. And after we said, Mother, please eradicate all evil from all the worlds as well as all confusion and disturbance, and remover of sufferings and calamities of the universe, be gracious to us who bow down to you. You are worthy of by the inhabitants of the three worlds. The three worlds, everyone in the three is praising you with every action we perform. Grant the best to all the worlds. That's our prayer to you. Grant the best. Make us shrisht, uttam, the best we could possibly become. And the goddess said, O gods, I shall give you a blessing, whatever blessing be your mind's desire for the benefit of the world, that blessing I shall certainly give. And gods, what do we want? Mom, please. We want, the gods said, Mom, O Spirit of the Supreme Sovereign, terminate all disturbance in the three worlds, and in like manner remove from us all hostility. Let us live in peace, Mom. We're good kids. All we want to do is sing to you. Just remove all the disturbances from the three worlds. That is, in the external perception, in the internal conception, and in the causal body of intuition. Remove all disturbance. It will just be samyavasta. Samanya avasta iti samyavasta. It means in the situated in equilibrium and balance. Remove from us all hostility. We don't want any conflict. We don't want any confusion. We don't want any sankarsh. We don't want any kind of hitting together. No friction. No. Please. No friction. No confusion. No hostility. And the goddess said, Evamastu. Let it be unto you thusly. In the 14th part of the day of the infinite ruled by the universal light, when Vaivashwat is the Manu. In the 28th period for manifestation, two great thoughts, self-conceit and self-deprecation, will manifest again. Then I shall be born from the womb of welfare in the house of the guardian of delight, and residing in the mountains of knowledge, I shall slay them. Now, all of this that's following, it all appears again in the Murti Rahasya, the secret of the manifestations. So this is a prelude to the secret of the manifestations. So here we have, in the house of the guardian of delight, his name is Nanda Gopal. In the womb of welfare, her name is Yashoda. And residing in the mountains of knowledge, and that's Vindhyachal. And Vindhya has another meaning. Vindhya means where the Bindu is. Vind means, it comes from Vid, to know, the mountains of knowledge, or Bindu, where the one-pointed, in the mountains of the one-pointed existence, as the goddess. I shall reside in the mountains of one-pointed existence, in unity consciousness, or I'm going to reside in the mountains of knowledge, and that's Shuddha Vidya, pure knowledge, and I'll slay them. So here we have every time, again and again, self-conceit and self-deprecation will try to come back. We go into that Mahasamadhi, and we stay in that beautiful, blissful, loving, joyous Sat Chit Ananda, that Samyavasta, that situated in perfect equilibrium and equipose. And then we come out of that samadhi, out of that turiya state of Satchitananda, we come back into the world of karma, and again, self-conceit and self-deprecation are going to say, hey, yay, beautiful girl, come on down here and sit by me. And then I'm going to come again, and I'll slay them again. giving you this proof. Again, I shall incarnate on earth in a ferocious form and slay the confusions of agitated awareness. Voiprachit. Voiprachit, his chitta is voipra. His chitra is agitated. His consciousness, his awareness is completely agitated, and that means he can't sit still. Got ants in your pants? That agitated awareness shall take away all the agitation from awareness. And again, I will put you back into the samyavastha, that perfect, situated in equilibrium, that equipoise of thought. Now they go back into samadhi. And when I devour those great thoughts of agitated awareness, my teeth will become red as a pomegranate flower. You ever see the pomegranate flower? They're really red. And then the gods in the heavens and the men of the world, the mortals, will continually sing my praises, Raktadantika, she with red teeth, because she ate up all the agitated awareness. So she became Raktadantika. And when rain shall cease for 100 years, and the earth will be devoid of water, praised by those who have wisdom. And who else would want to praise her? Only those who have wisdom think about praising her. Everybody else is saying, let's sing my praises. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's try it again. Everyone is saying, why don't you all sing my praise? And when praised by those who have wisdom will sing your praise, I shall manifest on earth, but not taking birth in a womb. That means I don't have to be born out of another being. I am Swayambhu. I come of my own accord. And I am born by myself. And then I shall look at the wise people. I see you. I shall look at the wise people with 100 eyes, whereupon the descendants of the incarnation of wisdom, that's us, shall sing my praise as Shatakshi. She with 100 eyes, Shatakshi. She has 100 eyes. And then, O gods, I shall nourish and maintain the entire world and preserve living beings with vegetables from my body until the rain comes. So I bring out the vegetables from my own accord. And then I shall be famed on earth as she who nourishes with vegetables, Shakambori. Shak means vegetables. A Shakambori. Also at that time I shall slay the great thought, impossible. He is a very great thought. Then my name shall become renowned as Durga. Because nothing is impossible for Durga. She doesn't recognize the existence of impossible. She who removes all difficulties. Again, I shall present a fearful form to protect the people of wisdom in the Himalayas, and I will eat confusions, whereupon all those who are wise, everyone, all of those who are wise, will sing my praise, bowing before my manifested image. That's wisdom. Put a container of consciousness before you on the altar of your respect and bow before that manifested image and sing her praise. And then my name will be famous as the goddess of fearful form. Bhima Devi. When perplexity will create great oppressions in the 3 worlds, and everything gets so complex that we are perplexed. Then I shall take the form of innumerable bees with 6 legs, and for the benefit of the 3 worlds I shall slay that great thought. Mother always tells us that be a bee, don't be a fly. And at first I scratched my head. What are you talking about? Be a bee. Don't be a fly. And then she said to me, you know, flies flit about from dirty place to dirty place. They're always moving. They are always attracted to the filth and rubbish. And the bee goes straight to the nectar and just takes the nectar and comes back and prepares nourishment and sweetness, goodness, the honey of existence. And so here, she will become a bee. And in the form of a bee, she's going to take the nectar. She's not going to go flitting about from dirty place to dirty place, taking all the refuse. She's going to go straight for the nectar, and she's going to take the nourishment. She's going to come back and prepare the sweetness and goodness which nourishes all creation. And she's going to slay that great thought, perplexity. And then everywhere people will offer me praise as she who has a bee-like nature, Brahmari Devi. And thus, whenever oppression arises, and this is really important, ladies and gentlemen who are receiving the boon, all you gods and goddesses, whenever oppression arises from confused thought, I shall manifest to destroy the foes. Om. And so these examples are further illustrated and defined in the Murti Rahasya. However, whenever oppression arises from confused thought, gods and goddesses, I'm going to manifest and destroy the foes, send you right back to heaven, take away all the energy from the obstacles to pure devotion and pure wisdom, and send them to the lower worlds and make you free. That's the boon I give to you. Are there any questions?
Swamiji, what is the significance of the bee? Why does she take the form of the bee?
She takes the form of a bee because the bee knows just where to find the nectar. The bee doesn't go flitting about from dirty place to dirty place. It goes straight to the center of the flower and sucks up the nectar, the amrit from the flower, and then takes all the nourishment it needs. It carries pollen from one flower to another and nurtures each of the other flowers and gives birth to new flowers.
And nourish to us also.
Yes, nourishment to us as well.
Swamiji, how can you explain a little bit more about how everyone is praising Mother with each and every action they perform?
All energy of all existence is the Mother. And therefore, every action anyone performs is a manifestation of her energy. Now, some of us are praising her gloriously, and some of us are praising her selfishly, but all of us are praising her with every action we perform. Every action we perform, we are trying to achieve a greater state of perfection. The thief wants to be the perfect thief. The businessman wants to be a perfect businessman. The sadhu wants to be a perfect sadhu. Every action we perform attempts to bring us to a greater state of perfection, to enhance our state of perfection. And therefore, every action action is the praise of the Divine Mother. Only one day we'll realize what that ultimate perfection will look like for ourselves, for us. And then we will switch all of our energies to attaining that ultimate perfection. No, but even in earth, your students try to become the perfect student. They seek perfection in their action. Some of them a little bit, some of them a lot. Those who work hard, really striving, they seek a lot of perfection. But every one of your students who is in the classroom is there because they need the degree which will make them better. And some of them want the degree and the knowledge that the degree symbolizes, and some of them just want the degree, but all of them want something that will make them better. And that is the energy which attracts us to the Divine Mother, to our ultimate Dharma, the ideal of perfection. So every action every one of us commits at any time is in pursuit of our definition of Dharma, seeking to make us enhance our position in the eyes of the Divine Mother.
Thank you, Swamiji. Swamiji, there's a question from Dan from New Jersey.
Namaste, Dan. How are you tonight?
Swamiji, he's asking about verse 50 to 53.
Yes, please.
Where it says, assuming a terrible form on the mountain Himalaya, talks about Bhima Devi.
Yes.
And Dan is asking, what does Bhima mean?
Bhima actually means terrible, but not in the sense of awful, stay away. It means terrible in the sense of astonishing, mesmerizing, so grand, so great, so gigantic, so impossible to describe. It's terrible, awesome. It's terrible in the sense that it can be terribly good. It's just humongous. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad terrible, like in awful. It means terrible, and that was the dictionary definition. But otherwise, I would end up writing a list of synonyms that would go on for about 2 or 3 pages and never really describe how terrible she was. So, excuse me, Dan, I just decided to take the dictionary definition and put it in there.
Another way of understanding Bhima Devi when it comes to Shakti Udhikari.
She is the authority over all energies. And in this way, she is terrible. Like Boyanka, frightening, terrifying, because who can conceive, who can stretch their perception to the limits of infinity? In that sense, she's terrible.
Swamiji, Dan is also asking, when is the 20th epoch of Vaivasvata Manu? Is it an actual time? Is it saying here that the same Shumba and Nishumba will be reborn, so self-deprecation and self-conceit will keep coming back? Has this already happened? Is there a text about the stories?
Yes, Dan, in the beginning, remember we had the 8th manifestation of wisdom, and in the 14th part of a day of the infinite, and a 14th part of the night of the infinite, that was on page 121 in verses 2 and 3. So here's this 28th day. This is a part of the infinite. Remember, we described the days and the nights of Brahma, and these are it is a period of time, but it's more a manifestation of mind. As the mind evolves, then we go through the predominant quality or characteristic of the mind. So right now, we are in the reign of the 8th Monu, or the 8th manifestation of mind. And this is the story of how the 8th manifestation of mind became the predominant ruler of this period of time. So these are periods of time which are actually periods of mind, and it's best to call them, I know you won't like this term, paradigms of reality. But remember, these paradigms of reality are when he who makes himself radiant is the predominant attitude of mind. And right now the question is, he who belongs to all castes, colors, tribes, creeds, how did he become the predominant manifestation of the mind of this paradigm of reality? This is the story is describing his origins. So now we're in the paradigm of mind, the paradigm of reality, the predominant attitude of mind, which is going to become the most famous aspect of this period, is he who belongs to all castes, creeds, tribes, colors, religions, relations. He belongs to everybody all the time. The epitome of globalization. And that's where we're headed. That's the direction that we are headed in this paradigm of reality in our present circumstances on planet Earth.
Swami 43. Punarpati Ruddena Rukana Prithvi Sade Avati Jahani Shami Vritti comes to Dhanvan. Why?
In a ferocious form, she will slay the confusions of agitated awareness. And whenever, as we are approaching this unity consciousness where everyone moves into the predominant attitude of mind, the manifestation of mind of this period of time, there will be certain individuals who have agitated awareness. They will resist moving into belonging to all castes, colors, tribes, creeds, religions. There will be resistance to moving into that reality. And when they resist, they will have confusions born of agitated awareness. And this lady right here, this Divine Mother will remove all of the confusions born of agitated awareness. And that's why she will incarnate again and again in every circumstance where agitated awareness is giving birth to confusion. And she will remove those confusions and slay agitated awareness. So that we can all move towards the ultimate manifestation of the mind of this period of time that we're striving to. Our ultimate dharma is to become Savarna. He who belongs to all, every color, every creed, every caste, every tribe, every religion, every philosophy. He belongs to all, wherever he is. He's at home.
Because Prakriti is not eternal. And the Prakriti Dharma করবে এরকম ভাবে এই যে আমাদের আকর্ষণ মিলে
A mother is saying, because the manifestations of nature are transient, then we have to unite with the soul.
Swamiji, question from Morning Song from Santa Rosa.
Namaste, Morning Song.
In verse 47, why does she have 100 eyes?
Actually, it stands for innumerable. It means that she sees everywhere and everything. She's called Shatakshi. She sees in every direction at all times, past, present, and future. So there's nowhere you can hide. God is always watching. And the incarnations of wisdom will praise her because she's watching. And thank her for always watching and pray to her to please continue to watch. And those who have fear and wish to preserve their secrecy, they'll say, I need my privacy, don't look over here. So the incarnations of wisdom will praise her as Shatakshi with 100 eyes or many more.
Swamiji, question from Nanda from San Jose. Nanda saying it's interesting that these goddesses are also mentioned in the Vinyoga of the 3 episodes. Can you please explain the significance, if any, of the fact that they appear as the Shakti and Bija of the 3 episodes? Thank you.
Yes, Nanda, very, very good. They do. They are the energies which will empower us to move forward through the 3 episodes of the Chandi, the balancing of too much and too little, the destruction of the great ego and his mighty armies, and the demise of self-conceit and self-deprecation. These are the energies and the seeds, the bijas, the very causes for which we are able to rise up to the battle to defeat those demons. We're going to get more of this information in the Murti Rahasya, the secret of the manifestations. Now, they appear in this chapter 11 after the Narayani Stuti, because Mother says, I'm going to come again and again, and she says specifically, whenever oppression arises because of confused thought. Anytime you think of me, in any form you think of me, I will come there, I will nourish you, I will remove all the oppression, and I will send you back to heaven, back to divine contemplation. Yes, please.
Swamiji, the Narayani Stuti, when there's a description of the Vaishnavi, Narasimhi, and so on, do we consider them, do we perceive them as male forms or as female forms?
They are female forms. In chapter 8, all the goddesses came as representatives of the gods, and they came in the same form as the gods, but they were female. They were the Shaktis that came to do battle with self-conceit and self-deprecation and their mighty armies. So these are Shaktis. They are females dressed with the same appearance, except feminine.
Swamiji, question from Ambika from New Jersey.
Namaste, Ambika.
In verse 46, where it says, when the rain shall cease for 100 years and the earth will be devoid of water, can you please explain this verse further? Wouldn't an earth devoid of water be an earth devoid of life? And if not taking birth in a womb, how will mother appear? Thank you.
Oh, you got some good ones there. First of all, the rain ceasing for 100 years, of course, it's not a literal interpretation. It means that when there's a paucity of nourishment, when there's no further nourishment on the earth for a long period of time, she can't take birth from the womb of a woman. She has to take birth from the hearts of devotees. Just like in chapter 2, when all the devotees put forward their light, and all the lights united into one light of radiant splendor, and that looked like a mountain, a pillar of fire, then it assumed a female form and it became the embodiment of the goddess of wisdom. In the same way, she takes birth not from a womb, but from the heart hearts and devotion of devotees. And if the world has no devotion, and the rain symbolizes the sustenance, the nourishment of devotion, if it has no devotion, even still she'll take birth from the hearts of devotees. And then she will bring forth nourishment. She'll look at everybody and see what they're doing, and she will create that inspiration, and she will, verse 48, I shall nourish and maintain the entire world and preserve living beings with vegetables from my body until the rain comes again. Ambika, here you have that even if the earth is devoid of devotion, even still I'll take birth from the hearts of some devotees who remain, and I will cause it to rain again. I'll nourish everybody until the rain comes. So let the devotion flow forth.
Swamiji, a question from Nanda. Pranam Swamiji, does the verse Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata refer to the birth of Lord Krishna?
It's always a fun question. Actually, it does not. It does not. Remember, in Nanda Gopa's house, from Yashoda's womb, Mahamaya took birth. The goddess took birth. Actually, Krishna was born from Devaki's womb, the son of Vasudeva, in the prison. And then the two babies were switched. So Mahamaya, the Divine Mother, is saying, I'm going to take birth in Nanda Gopa's house from the womb of Yashoda. And so that you can switch the two babies, and Krishna will come to Nanda Gopal's house, and I will tell Kamsa just like it's happening. Just what's happening. I'm going to tell him like it is. I'm going to tell Kamsa that you stop your oppression, or you will meet your demise. Your slayer has already taken birth. You kept Devaki and Vasudeva in the prison for how many years, and still you weren't able to prevent the birth of the Savior. Taranhar.
Question from Kumari.
Namaste, Kumari Ma.
Pranam Ma and Swamiji, it says that whoever will listen with one pointed attention and devotion, nothing bad will occur. Does that mean one just has to listen once? Or does this mean to be in a samadhi?
Oh, you're skipping ahead. However, it means whoever hears this, whoever listens to it, really listens to it, and Kumari Mom, if we listen to this even once, and really listen inside and really understand, then there's going to be an immediate change in our behavior. All you have to do is listen to it once, but you really got to hear. You remember the story of the king who came to the sadhu's hermitage. The young boy came out and said, hey, greetings, king. How can I help you? The king said, I have to see the rishi. The young boy said, my father is out in the forest meditating. Is there anything I can help you with? The king said, probably not, but let me tell you my problem. King said, I am the king of a nation, I am the ruler of the army, I am the commander-in-chief, and as a consequence of my position, I have caused war and pestilence and famine, and I have plundered and pillaged and killed innumerable people. What can I do to be free from all of the sins that I have incurred? And the young boy said, oh, king, that's very easy. Go home and say the name of Ram twice. Ram, Ram. The king said, you mean all I have to do is say Ram, Ram twice? And that's it, I'll be absolved from all sin? The young boy said, certainly. Absolutely. And the king was overjoyed, and he went back to his kingdom. That evening, the rishi came home from his meditation in the forest, and he said to his young son, were there any visitors? Yes, father, one king came. Well, what did he want? And the king said, well, I'm the king of the nation and the commander-in-chief of the army, and as the commander and the king, I have caused my soldiers to plunder and pillage and maim and slay innumerable people, and I myself have participated in that. What can I do to be free from my sins? The rishi said, well, what did you tell him? I said, Father, I said, King, go home and say the name of Ram twice, and you'll be free from all sin. The rishi said, what kind of kid are you? You haven't learned anything in all these years in this ashram. You could have told him to say it once. Kumari, listen to it once, but you gotta really listen.
Pranam Swamiji, will the meaning of these goddesses become really clear to us as we chant more and more?
Absolutely, without a doubt. But especially as you surrender your agitated awareness, as you get rid of all of the obstacles that preclude us from living in the harmony with the goddess. And the more we chant, the more we refine our desire. Hey, I really want to sit still. My goal is to pronounce the shlokas correctly. My goal is to understand what it is I'm saying. My goal is to be one with you. And as we chant more, we desire more. More of you to be in our lives more frequently. Please, we don't want to forget you. That becomes the major occupation of our lives. How do I invite you more and more? And so the more sadhana that we perform, the more invitation we extend. The more intensity we focus our attention, the greater sincerity comes through our worship, the less space there is for the asuras to come and inhabit our city of 9 gates. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can't come into the gates. We're busy. I don't have time for agitated awareness. You please excuse me. Self-conceit and self-deprecation, you go away. I don't have time to watch all those old movies anymore. I'm busy. I got a date tonight with a wonderful lady. So yes, Kumari, the more you chant, the greater it is the possibility that you can listen with one-pointed attention that one time. Swamiji,
Nanda is asking, can you please explain what agitated awareness means?
No. All I can do is demonstrate it. Just look at me when I'm not standing in the temple. When I'm not sitting in worship, you know I have agitated awareness because I'm thinking other things. What shall I do next? What did I do last? What will happen in the future? What has gone in the past? My awareness is agitated. It's not still in samyavasta, where we're chanting the verses of the mantras and breathing in her mantra and breathing out her mantra and sitting in the equilibrium, the balance, neither too much nor too little. We've got just the right amount. And I can tell you more about the absence of agitated awareness than I can about the agitated awareness itself.
Swamiji, when you talked about samyavastha, you gave the example of being in samadhi and then coming out of it. And so is it impossible to be in equilibrium if we are doing karma?
No, it is not impossible, but it is very, very difficult to keep one pointed attention while we are performing action. Our mind usually strays, most frequently strays, away from our objective of being one with the goddess to the objective, the purpose for which we are performing this karma. Ram went off into the forest and he slayed so many demons to protect Vishwamitra's sacrifice. And he came back to Ayodhya, and Dasharatha was so proud of him. He had accomplished so much in his so young life. He protected the rishis, he had defeated the Asuras, he won the hand of Sita in the presence of all the other kings who were in competition. He broke Shiva's bow, and Dasharatha said, "My son, Ram, didn't you miss Ayodhya when you were wandering in the forest, fighting with the demons?" And Ram said, "Yes, Father, I missed Ayodhya, but I was so focused on the task that you had sent me to perform, I didn't have time to think about it. I was focused on the task that you sent me to perform." This is a form of samyavastha. You're in equilibrium, in balance, in poise, and centered, focused on the task for which you sent us to perform. So yes, it's possible to maintain that equilibrium in the presence of karma, but it's very difficult because I'm thinking of how to perform the karma, for whom I am performing the karma, what will be the results of performing the karma, what might happen if I don't perform it correctly. Am I doing the best I can possibly do? How many questions occur to us through the performance of activity? But when we sing the Chandi, when we perform the puja, then all the action is an offering to the Divine Mother. That karma is pure. That takes us into samadhi.
Swamiji Nanda saying, so please can you tell us about the absence of agitated awareness, please? Thank you.
Well, I can tell you that the rishi said neti neti. It's not this and it's not that. But also we can say it is Satchit Ananda. It is the balance of equilibrium. It is pure consciousness, truth, bliss. It's a nice place to be.
Swamiji, Ambika is asking, as representatives, so to speak, of the Divine Mother,
What do you mean, so to speak?
how do we continue to keep ourselves nourished enough so we can nourish our family with the vegetables from our body? Thank you.
Ambika, it's all about love. All you need is love. It's all about loving. And I love my goddess, and I love my family, and I love my life. And if you just continue to reinforce those attitudes in every activity that you're doing, you will nourish everyone around you. What a privilege it is to serve the children and the husband that I chose and to be in association with as my partner to guide me through life. What a privilege it is to nourish the children who came forth from my desire to, my necessity and my desire to manifest my love in a physical form. These are all privileges. All you need is love, Ambika. Just continually reinforce the positive. Don't allow negativity as a place to stay.
Swamiji, you told us the story of Mahamaya being born in Nanda Gopal's house.
Yes.
Are there stories associated with Raktadantika and Brahmari in any of the scriptures?
Yes, there are. Especially in the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, the entire ninth mandala is, I think it's 40 chapters of stories, probably 1,000 pages or so, of stories which tell of the birth of each of these goddesses and more about their history. Remember, in the 5th book of the Devi Bhagavatam are 2,100 verses of commentary on the 700 verses of the Chandi. So there's a lot of collateral reading that can be done to have a greater understanding of how these goddesses come into our lives. We translated the Devi Gita, which is 12 chapters from the Devi Bhagavatam, which are referred to as the Devi Gita. Just like the Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters from the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the same way the Devi Gita is 12 chapters from the Devi Bhagavatam. And of course, I like our translation, but I didn't have enough time or ink or initiative to translate the entire Devi Bhagavatam, which consists of 18,000 verses. So the translation by Swami Vijnananda is the only translation that exists. Well, actually, no. There was a Professor Pargater who translated it in the 1800s. And then it was retranslated by Swami Vijnananda around the turn of the 20th century, in the early 1900s. And I would recommend that book if you're going to go for further study and collateral reading. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste.